My son was about 6. He wanted a Nintendo system for Christmas. We plugged it in and up came Super Mario Brothers for the very first time. And I was blown away by the phenomenal growth and development that games had undergone. And I thought if that 10 years wrought that much change in the capacity of this medium, this was going to be a medium of enormous expressive capacity, of enormous social capacity, that it was going to be the art form for the 21st century.
When you sift through countless reviews of Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll hear familiar phrases like, "It feels alive," "The graphics are breathtaking," and "The story is captivating." Yet, amid all this praise, one phrase often stands out: "It is a piece of art." Anyone who has journeyed through the rugged landscapes of the American frontier, from the bustling streets of Valentine to the haunting silence of the snow-capped mountains, can attest to this sentiment. Transporting us to worlds filled with beauty, danger, and emotion, challenging our perceptions of what art can be, video games are indeed a unique blend of visual artistry and storytelling. They can craft experiences that resonate long after you put down the controller. Take, for instance, the hauntingly beautiful introduction to Rapture in BioShock. As players descend into this underwater city, they are greeted by the juxtaposition of architectural grandeur and eerie desolation, or the iconic giraffe scene in The Last of Us. It presents a poignant moment where the beauty of nature shines through the devastation of a post-apocalyptic world, inviting players to pause and reflect on the fragility of life. It's a reminder of how art can elicit emotions, much like a powerful film or a breathtaking piece of music. This sentiment resonates deeply with players, many of whom find themselves compelled to capture these fleeting moments. Players frequently find themselves engaged in a cinematic experience that blurs the lines between gaming and film.
See, who needs a movie when you got shots like this? This is freaking beautiful. This is so pretty. You don't need a movie. This is as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets. Look at us in Delta V formation.
And Markiplier's right. That moment, the gang approaching Braithwaite Manor under a pale moonlit sky, has become one of the most universally praised scenes in gaming. It's so visually striking that players all around the world couldn't resist the urge to take a screenshot. But this cinematic beauty is more than just a moment of show. It sets the stage for one of the most memorable missions in Red Dead Redemption 2, a mission where the stakes are high, emotions run deep, and the story unfolds with devastating consequences. The feud between the Greys and Braithwaites parallels many iconic rivalries from literature and history. It echoes the Hatfields and McCoys of American folklore, two families locked in a cycle of violence and betrayal, unable to escape the grudges that have been passed down for generations.
Relax, I ain't here to rob you. Though it seems that's easy enough. Wanna do a deal?
In the game, the feuding families serve as stand-ins for a decaying aristocracy, their fortunes built on slavery and exploitation, now crumbling along with the Old South. By 1899, their once mighty estates are hollow shells of power, existing only as echoes of a past that is rapidly slipping away.
Pay the man.
At its core, the rivalry is driven by economic ambition and rumors of hidden gold. This gold, rumored to be buried somewhere on Braithwaite land, acts as a phantom driving force, much like the blood feuds and power struggles that played out during the era of Reconstruction in the American South. Led by Dutch van der Linde, the gang believes they can use the animosity between the two powerful families to secure a foothold in Lemoyne.
On the one side, we have got the Gray family. Scots, degenerates, drunkards, the local law. You couldn't make this stuff up. Rich as Croesus. And on the other, their mortal enemies, the Braithwaites. Moonshiners, hypocritical, both rolling, we believe,
in gold.
Their plan hinges on manipulating the Grays and Braithwaites into a confrontation that would distract law enforcement and give the gang an advantage in the region.
We try to rob them both.
You sure?
why not?
Because we got lawmen in 3 different states after us.
Last thing I want is to get us into trouble, but we need money. Now, we have the opportunity here to put ourselves in the middle of something ain't nobody gonna know we was here, because even without us, these fools are gonna kill each other anyway.
Okay, well...
However, as events unfold, it becomes clear that the gang is not the only one with a plan. The Grays and Braithwaites have their own agendas, and the van der Linde gang finds themselves ensnared in a web of betrayal and violence they did not fully anticipate. To say that Red Dead Redemption 2 draws inspiration from both classic and contemporary Western films would be an understatement. In fact, the very reason a game like this exists in this form can be traced back to a diverse range of Western influences, spanning from iconic spaghetti westerns to modern reinterpretations of the genre. This influence is evident throughout the game, which features a rich tapestry of cinematic homages, with many scenes meticulously echoing iconic shots that have defined the genre. Throughout the game, the van der Linde gang navigates the murky waters between chaotic good and evil, grappling with the consequences of their actions in a world that often seems indifferent to their plight. This moral ambiguity is reminiscent of the struggles faced by many classic Western protagonists, who often found themselves caught between the law and their own sense of justice. The 1969 American epic, The Wild Bunch, follows a group of aging outlaws facing the twilight of their era, much like Arthur's gang. Its infamous ending delivers a clear moral. The unpredictability of life in the Wild West is undeniable, with the line between life and death razor thin. This is masterfully illustrated in the mission, A Short Walk in a Pretty Town, which serves as a gripping prelude to the Blood Feuds mission, expertly building tension and setting the stage for what is to come.
So what kind of security they want? We're about to find out.
Believing they can manipulate the deep-seated feud between the Grays and Braithwaite for their own benefit, Arthur, Micah, Sean, and Bill are lured into the heart of Rhodes under the guise of a security job.
Let's just see what they say.
Though suspicion gnaws at both Arthur and Sean, their concerns remain unspoken as they tread the dusty streets.
They don't know we had anything to do with that.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, they think it was the Braithwaites. Listen, I know...
The town, usually bustling with life, now feels eerily quiet, as if holding its breath before the storm. The walk feels heavy with dread, and for good reason. Just as the group is about to speak, gunfire shatters the silence. A single sniper shot rings out, and Sean, loyal and full of life, falls to the ground, instantly killed by a bullet to the head. The suddenness of his death is brutal, leaving Arthur and the player stunned. In a single moment, a beloved character is gone, along with the tenuous hope that this job might go as planned. But there's no time to mourn as the chaotic gunfight erupts, forcing Arthur to shift from grief to survival. What follows is an intense shootout against the Grays, where Arthur and Micah must navigate a heavily outnumbered confrontation.
We always get the job done. You call this getting the job done? See that?
Those cowards are running away.
Looks like most of them.
Not all of them.
Sheriff Gray. And what about Bill? Where the hell?
When the dust settles, Arthur and Micah approach the sheriff's office, demanding Bill's release.
Sheriff Gray! You need to get a hold on this town. It's going to hell. Who do you think you are? Bunch of two big thugs from God knows where? You're so dumb to think we don't know what you've been doing. Come out, Sheriff. It's over. We put down far worse than you, 100 times over. This is the Grays' town. Always has been, always will be. Only Grays I see left around here is you. You want us to come out? We'll come out.
In one final act of defiance, Sheriff Gray holds Bill at gunpoint, using him as a human shield.
No, we can't do that. You put the gun down, Sheriff.
I'll blow his brains out.
You want to join your little friend there, do you?
Either way, you're a dead man. Morgan?
The tension reaches its peak in a classic Western standoff. But Arthur is faster. He guns down Sheriff Lee Gray and the lawmen, freeing Bill and avenging the gang's betrayal. As Gray falls, so does the law's hold on Rhodes. But the victory rings hollow in the wake of Sean's death.
He was a good kid.
Well, how the hell was I to know?
Let me see. They set us up.
Sean's sudden loss is a turning point in the narrative. His death isn't just another casualty. He is the first major character to fall since the game began.
But you're no better than the rest of us. I've ridden with you boys close on what, 6 months now? And all you ever done was complain. You can fight, but you can't think.
You can't do either.
Okay, cowpoke.
Bill, take the boy's body. Bury him proper someplace quiet. Micah, best you and I don't speak for a moment.
As Arthur rides back to camp, the weight of the day settles in. Sean's death is a shadow that looms over the events to come, signaling the beginning of the end for Dutch's grand vision.
Sean has been killed. His head shot half off in an ambush. Still no Confederate gold, but a shitload of trouble.
Arthur, have you seen the boy, Jack?
No.
Where's my goddamn son? Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
The mission Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern serves as a powerful narrative moment, intertwining themes of vengeance, betrayal, and families. The stakes couldn't be higher when the gang learns that Jack Marston has been kidnapped by the Braithwaites. For Arthur, Jack isn't just a boy. He represents innocence amidst the chaos. The urgency to rescue him is palpable, especially considering how Jack is just a child, naive and unaware of the brutal world that surrounds him.
We need some extra guns.
Yeah, why not? Micah, Kieran, anyone strange turns up, you kill him. Rest of you.
With the knowledge of the kidnapping, their collective purpose becomes crystal clear. The ride to Braithwaite Manor is not just another objective in the game. It's an iconic moment in Red Dead Redemption 2, where the gang is united in a way that feels visceral and meaningful. Dutch's leadership shines through, reminding players why he holds such sway over his men. His commanding presence, sharp focus, and determination transform the gang's journey from a simple rescue mission into a moment of brotherhood as they ride with purpose under the moonlit sky.
I'll kill everyone there. Easy, John. Try to stay calm.
The camaraderie here is almost tangible, and in a rare moment of solidarity, the true heart of the Vanderlinde gang comes to the forefront. Notably absent is Micah, the outlier who often brings discord, making the unity of this ride all the more moving.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think there is any gold. And if there is, it's hidden somewhere no one knows. What? I've turned every stone.
Christ's sake, Hosea. After all that, another perfect scam.
We underestimated them.
No, they underestimated us.
The atmosphere and visual splendor are nothing short of breathtaking. The moon casts an ethereal glow over the gang, while shadows stretch and shift, adding to the sense of looming danger. Woody Jackson's haunting score and John Theodore's rhythmic drums underscores the tension. It's this perfect marriage of stunning graphics, atmospheric sound design, and the gang's resolve that makes the mission feel like a cinematic masterpiece. From the first moment the ride begins, players instinctively know that what lies ahead is special, a scene that stands as a testament to the beauty, depth, and artistry of this epic game. Upon arriving at Braithwaite Manor, the gang is enveloped in an atmosphere thick with tension and foreboding. The grand yet decaying mansion looms ominously under the glowing moon, casting eerie shadows that enhance the sense of imminent peril.
Fine. Follow my lead. Both these redneck families think they can ruin us? I don't think so.
There they are.
Jackson's haunting score builds, alongside Petra Hayden's ethereal vocals, creating a tangible emotional weight.
Stay calm.
This powerful combination of striking visuals and evocative music transforms the moment into an unforgettable cinematic experience, emphasizing the high stakes of the impending clash.
What the hell do you want?
Easy, John.
We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
Whatever complaint you have with us, alleged or otherwise, that is a young boy. That is not the way you do things. Hand him over.
Get the hell off our land!
Dutch's badassery shines as he drawls,
If you ain't gonna be civilized about this,
and scores 2 headshots and casually strolls to the left while chaos erupts around him. This moment marks a shift from mere survival to outright vengeance, transforming the quiet night into a frenzy of gunfire and chaos as the gang seeks retribution.
Arthur, John, Hosea with me. The rest of you, watch out here for any other arrivals. Get in there! Find Jack! And find that...
This is where the mission's name, Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern, reveals its deeper meaning. The feud between the Greys and the Braithwaites is a relic of an old Southern aristocracy built on slavery and betrayal, ancient grudges that have festered for generations. Now, the modern-day battle between the gang and the Braithwaites takes on a similar form of power struggle, with shifting loyalties and a new sort of brutality. The physical nature of violence, mirrored by these historical feuds, becomes a reflection of the gang's own journey and fight for survival.
Now, let's run away into that room. Come on, this must be it. I can't see a goddamn thing. What?
As Arthur and John breach the barricaded door, they catch Gareth and Gerald Braithwaite off guard, swiftly executing them with deadly precision, marking the culmination of the gang's genocide against the Braithwaite family.
You want me to kill you too, old woman?
Bastards!
Where's the boy?
We have lived in this house for 120 years. We never had no problems except for
Where
Yankees.
is the boy? Who took him?
You killed my son!
Oh, and I will surely kill the rest of them unless you start talking.
Oh, I know your type. Common scum.
Where is the boy?
You filth.
All right, we get her out of here.
What about down?
Now let's get this hag outside. Any more of her sons?
As Dutch drags Catherine downstairs, the gang systematically wipes out her remaining adult sons. The violence is swift and unrelenting, a brutal execution of the Braithwaite line that mirrors the gang's growing thirst for vengeance. As Catherine is forced to watch her world literally burn around her, it symbolizes not just the physical destruction of a family, but also the final remnants of a decaying legacy. The haunting visuals reveal a side of the Vanderlinde gang that feels undeniably sinister. Players who may have sensed their moral ambiguity before are now forced to confront the harsh reality of their choices. The gang's pursuit of revenge and its devastating consequences strip away any lingering notions of heroism, making it clear that they are now the architects of their own downfall in the world.
John! Yankee! I never liked you.
Why'd you take the boy, Mrs. Braithwaite?
You stole my
Boys are off
liquor.
limits.
You stole my horses. Ain't no rules in war, mister.
Matthews.
Yes, that's it.
Where's the boy?
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte. So my guess is Saint Denis. Either there or on my boat to Italy.
Let's go.
Arthur, come on.
In the aftermath of the mission, the gang walks away, leaving Catherine to mourn the loss of her family. The scene captures the emotional toll of their choices, transforming the once grand mansion into ashes that serve as the ultimate symbol of the end of the Braithwaite's power and the moral decay of Dutch's gang. Just before the mission, a short walk in a pretty town, we witness a seemingly random camp event at Clemens Point.
Really?
Sure. It's a sign. It's definitely a sign.
A sign of what?
No idea yet. No idea. Ain't it a sign, Arthur?
Sign you've gone dumb in the head.
The symbolism lost on Sean was this. The white rabbit, once a symbol of good fortune, now lay lifeless, a quiet, haunting omen that his and perhaps his gang's luck had run out for good.
Oh well. Bye, Mr. Rabbit.
In my opinion, Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't have a single best mission. It doesn't peak at this mission either. However, it could be argued that Blood Feuds Ancient and Modern is a pivotal moment for the game, marking its transition from an exceptionally crafted game to a true work of art that transcends medium. It encapsulates the raw intensity of loyalty, betrayal, and the inevitable cost of a life steeped in violence. As players immerse themselves in this gripping confrontation, they are not merely participants in a storyline, but witnesses to the unfolding tragedy of a gang trapped by their own choices. In this context, Red Dead Redemption 2 serves as a powerful elegy to the old ways of cowboys and outlaws, culminating in the inevitable revenge that unfolds in the first Red Dead Redemption. And the retribution for the wrongs done to his family is dealt by the very boy who grew up amidst the chaos and conflict of his father's world. The support I received for the previous video on the Ghost of Tsushima was immense, and I am really grateful for that. I never assume any of my videos to be appreciated, but I always put a lot of effort into the content I create. The Red Dead series is very dear to me, and I hope I did justice to it in this video. Whatever are your thoughts, please feel free to share. But as a request, please consider supporting this channel. Your kind words go a long way for my motivation, and subscribing to the channel and sharing my content gives me the drive. Thank you for watching the whole video, and see you in the next one.